P345 Ruger. I'll show you how to take it apart real quick. Pull this back. Ejector in here. Flip it down. Let me show y'all one more time here. You can see right in there. Let me see. You see that right there? That little notch right there, or not notch, but little arm that's coming out right there. You flip it down. See right there? Flip it down like that. Alright, so there it is. It's flipped down now. Then release this. Push the pin out. Pin out. Take your pin out like that. There you go. Now you've took it apart. Now you got this right here. Sits in there like so. Your spring. So all you gotta do is take your finger right here, push it forward, and it'll come loose. You pull your spring out, and your barrel will come out like so. And now you have field stripped your weapon, and you can clean it. And we're gonna clean it. We'll put it back together. All right, guys, we're gonna use some hoppies, gun cleaner, high performance technology here. We're just gonna spray a little bit there, spray a little bit. This gun has probably not been cleaned, sadly. I can't even tell you last time. I bet you it's at least been 5 years, if not longer. I've had this gun for a long, long time though, so I would venture to say it's been probably, gosh, I don't even want to say. It's embarrassing. All I ever do is wear it out. You can get as many of them you want. All I ever do is wear it out to the field and the woods for trapping, or not to use on the trap line, just in case I run across a bear or something. So I never clean it. It just gets dirty. In order to cock your hammer back, you have to push this back up. Then you can cock your hammer back and clean all in there. Get all that gunk and grime out of there. Much dust is in this thing. I'm about to put it in the daggone over by the sink and hit it with the sprayer. Try to spray the grime off of it and oil it down. If you do that, make sure you oil it very well, dry it off very well. Take it and get it dried off on with a hair dryer or something, and then you can go from there. The Army, they used to have these big tanks filled with cleaner. You go over and run the cleaner in it, and you just like continuously filter. Went down in the bottom of it and would put back up through the thing, and it pumped it out and kept it clean for you.
Good old break free.
Yep. And this stuff was awesome. It cleaned them good too. Of course, it cleaned them so well that the majority of them were stripped of bluing, wasn't they? Oh goodness. All right, guys, we're going to take this mechanism here out. I'm going to try to. So I'm going to push this out like so. See that? Just right there. You push it out on one side or the other. Push it out. Now it is under pressure, so you have to, once you push it out so far, you have to hold it in with your thumb and push the rest of it out like that. Well, maybe. There we go. We got it out there. All right, now do not let your thumb fly off of there, because parts will fly everywhere and you'll lose stuff and then you won't find it, trust me. Gently remove that and then remove the spring right there. And then there's a rod. I thought that rod comes down there. Okay. And this right here will allow you to clean up in there very, very good. Let me see here. There's that. Right there. So now you can clean it, all this stuff real well. This stuff's probably never been cleaned before. It'd be nice just to get it cleaned out. You don't have to do it, but it's just nice to re-clean it, oil it up good, put grease in there if you need grease, and keep your weapon functioning properly. So, cleaning up my slide, and I noticed right, let me see where that pick's at, so I can keep my fat fingers out of the way. Right here, in this area right here, there is a smash. See if I can show it to you guys. You can see it right there. Right there in that area. There's a little bit of a smashed up a little bit. I don't know if I can get that to zoom in better to where y'all can see it or not. May have to turn the camera around. Let me see, I think y'all can see it better now. Oh, come on, work with me. Y'all can kind of see it right there. See, it's smashed. You can see it. The slide was smashed right there, and you can see that lip coming over. I'm sorry for the bad stuff. It's not wanting to focus properly, but anyhow, I'm gonna take these files and I'm gonna file that area right there, smooth that back out, because you can see it's not supposed to be there. We're gonna remove that. All right, so I'm just gonna take a file here, whichever file we can get to work. I think this one right here is probably gonna be our best bet. If you don't have files and you have guns and you don't have files, you probably should get them, because I've actually used these several times. So just gonna take this pointy one right here. It's on the side as well. It's got file edges on the side of it, so it'll work perfect for in there. And you won't remove any unwanted stuff, but you'll be able to get in there and remove that burr right there. Just gently hit it. That was a horrible burr. You see it? See if you guys can see it there. Right there on the tip of the thing right there. So it's gone now. Got the burr off. See it there on my finger. See it on my finger there? Got it off there. So now that's off. Now we're just gonna finish filing it smooth. Another burr, y'all. Right here. There's another burr right there on that edge right there. Right there. Look at that. That shouldn't be doing that. You see that burr right there? What the heck's going on here? I have to file that off there too. That's a pretty significant burr there. You can look here. You can see I'm getting hung up there. All right, let's take that off there. Huh. Well, that's perfect. It fits right there. Look at that. It fits perfect in that slide. That's crazy, ain't it? I'm gonna file this slider here a little bit. Clean some of the gunk and whatever buildup might be in there. It fits perfect. Let me see. I think we got her good there. It don't feel bad anymore. It feels nice and smooth. Hit this side a little bit.
It's going after the big one. He has guts. Give him that.
Make sure there ain't no more burrs or anything that I don't like. File them off if I need to.
Malachi, come here. Malachi, come here.
Another burr right there. Look at that. Another burr right there. You see it? Right there. See? It's almost like somebody smashed it, ain't it? I don't know, it's got so many burrs on it. All right, guys, so right now I'm going in here. I'm filing this down a little bit to smooth it out. Then I'm going to take my polisher on the Dremel. I'm going to polish this up right here. The reason why, this is a cast slide. It's casted, and you can see some of the casting marks in there and stuff. I don't like that, and I just really don't want it right here on this part where it's sliding and stuff. So we're just taking our file, we're laying it flat, putting the file straight on there like that, and running it just like so to make sure you get the entire thing. All right. And then, like I say, you're not really taking a lot out of there. You're taking thousandths of a thousandth of a thousandth of a thousandth of an inch, okay? So it's very, very little. But then you go back in with your polisher and polish it all up, make it look good. And, you know, make sure it's nice and smooth. So just another thing you can do to help your guns out. If you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend doing it. I was a machinist, so I'm pretty good with metal and stuff. So I trust my ability to do this, but you know, you might not want to do that if you don't know much about metal or not comfortable with working metal and understanding how it works and what you're doing. You wouldn't want to hit just the part right there, okay? Because if you only hit the part that's rough, you'd be throwing off the other. You'd have you want this completely flat and smooth. All right, so that's what we're doing. And it looks pretty good right now. We're getting it pretty done. We just got a couple more, I'd say, slides to make there across it, and we should be all right. And it should make it run a lot smoother. That's really all you're looking for, is just the smoothness of the action. So this gun, really, I mean, I should have done this stuff a long time ago. We're also going to buff all this up in here and all this, make sure it's all nice. And then I might even go as far as to get some polishing compound and polish the whole outside of it and make it nice and shiny like right here. We'll see. I don't know if I want to do that or not, but I might do that. So, all right, guys, we'll keep on doing it. All right, guys, so here we got it back together. You can see right here, we are unloaded. All right, everything looks good. It's working good. Boom. Cool beans. Don't do that dry firing. Don't do what I do. All right, man. Looks good. Everything looks good on this. This gun has probably not been cleaned in God only knows how long. At least 5 years. I'm going to say probably closer to 10 years. This thing has not been cleaned or touched. We did a lot of file work. We filed in here. We filed here. Got a lot of burrs and stuff gone. We did a lot of filing on the bottom of the slide and stuff. You guys have seen some of that. You see some of the filing right there that we've done. Got it all nice. And I'm going to tell you what, guys. It ain't never been that easy to do. Look at this. You'll see how that right there has never been that easy. It's always been a bit hard to do that. And you can see right here my thumb barely moves. Pull it down, and it's just barely touching it. You see, and it's doing it. So obviously them burrs had something going on with it and holding it back some. We did find some burrs on the ramp. I didn't think to video that, but on the ramp inside of there where your ammo ramps up into the barrel, there were some burrs there. We cleaned up that part as well and went all the way around the barrel, hitting it up right here along through here. So we polished all that. We polished up the entire gun. I didn't have any polishing compound, so I didn't actually get in there and polish it. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to buy me some polishing compound, and we're going to see if we can't polish this entire gun on the slide and make it real pretty and stuff and real shiny. But other than that, I'm happy with it. It looks great and cleaned up real well. Let's see here. The decocker work. Decocker's working. That's a good thing. I like the P45, the P345s, excuse me, because of the decockers right there. If you got it and you're loaded up, your load indicator right here will be popped up red, until you got one in. And then, instead of trying to drop the hammer easy, you can just grab that decocker right there. It's ambidextrous decocker, like that, and it decocks the weapon for you, and you ain't got to worry about it. I've never had any failure out of mine. Like I said, I've had this gun for a very, very, very long time. It's really my all-around go-to gun for just carrying in the woods, and it's beside the bed every night, and that's why there's hollow points in here. I think these are Hornady Critical Defense, I think is what these are. Let me see here. Yeah, Hornady Critical Defense. So that's what we keep in here. And it stays by the bed. I've got other 45s. They're too pretty to shoot, and I don't like to mess with them. And this one right here may end up being too pretty to shoot once I get done working on it and everything. I love working on guns. I like rebluing them and redoing them and working trigger and everything on them. This one right here, I'm going to have to kind of look and see. We may do some trigger work on it. I don't like it. And it has no, if you're going to look at this gun, okay, there is no, let's look here. There's no take up here, okay? You got that much take up before you hit the wall, all right? Boom, right there. But it takes a lot of pressure to pull it back. That's if you're in, double action. If you've already got it cocked back, all right, there's a lot of play to go backwards. You see, that's a lot of pull, all right? It's a lot of slack in that trigger before you get to the wall, and then that's a pretty firm break. I'd say that break is at least, let's see here. There it is right there. That's at least 5 to 6 pounds, if not more. But it's probably, like I say, if you're in right here, there's very little take up. That much room take up. Boom, you hit the wall. But man, it's a lot to get back. There's probably 10 to 12 pound pull. But it's a nice gun. It's always functioned. I've never had a malfunction out of it, and I really like it. So we're hoping you guys learned something today from all this, and learn how to take it apart, learn how to clean it a little bit if you want to clean it, and file on it some. I don't like how this these slide grips always end up getting dirt in there. So it's just something, but yeah, it works good. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and gonna go shoot it and on to the next.
Don't forget to smash that like button, that notification bell. Don't get the
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And
And
subscribe.
subscribe.